Number 5. Mexico's Acapulco. A while back, Al Capone was going to become concerned with opulent getaways and upscale resorts. Yet, in actuality these days may differ slightly throughout the city wasn't among the oldest beaches in Mexico resorts. And between the 1940s and 1960s, it was a popular destination for celebrities, and both rich and not. But its beginning in 2014 saw the glamorous location become a hub for gang-related violence and extortion and murder, as Acapulco has by 2016, one of the greatest rates of homicide in that the issue has spread over the entire world. Large enough that the entire city police force was given disarmament. 2018 saw the military make the discovery that something had tainted it, and previously a well-liked spring break resort was penetrated by drug gangs. The government started implementing travel warnings dating back to 2009. Following conflict broke out amongst the drug cartels and the authorities. These conflicts frequently occurred in the streets and featured grenades and other powerful weapons, and not much has changed since then, although I suppose there is a silver lining. Lining alternative names like Cancun as Acapulco's rivals, Cabo San Lucas standing as a travel destination as an alternative. Sana'a, Yemen, which is currently the capital of Yemen and ranked number 4, now holds the title of consistently being the oldest inhabitable city on Earth. It resolves the world's highest capital city, reclining astonishingly 7,500 feet above sea level. Since Sana'a was founded so long ago, its beginnings are essentially a question of folklore today, but many still think it was established in the 1st or 2nd century BC. Because to its age, it is the location of numerous magnificent antique structures encompassing Sana'a's Great Mosque. The building was built in 638 D and is still in use today. Unfortunately, a lot of people consider this area to be a total battle zone, and living there as essentially region denotes being vulnerable to regular and sporadic violent acts that extends far beyond crimes on the street such as extortion and robbery. Though granted, both pose a significant problem. Instead, Sana'a's residents went through widespread terrorism, including aggressive public killings and recurrent bombings. There is concern that as the violence persists, taking more and more lives will disappear and timeless architectural landmarks will be demolished permanently as okay. Third, Honduras's San Pedro Sula. Home to more than 1 million people, this thriving metropolis was the Honduras's economic hub, a status that was significantly boosted by banana exports of the US. But regrettably, Honduras was Hurricane Mitch destroyed everything, dropping 75 inches of rain on average and caused damage totaling more than $2 billion. Even today, the formerly affluent country has never fully recovered, and over 21 years later, the region is hampered by numerous common issues that come with extreme poverty and destitution. Their local government's corruption is a serious issue, and offenders are free to function with a great deal of impunity. It has tragically resulted in the region having the highest homicide rate in the world, coupled with murder, violence and sex offenses, as well as more unsettling trends as existing nearby because of the extensive corruption, and criminals in the neighborhood can easily access the police gear they are used to erect barriers and checkpoints. Those who follow the law halt their cars. The robbers abandon their ploy and their victims, or worse, family abduction is actually extortion. Prevalent in the community that families of victims of kidnapping frequently pay ransoms instead of taking a chance and getting in touch with the authorities, who are typically publicly violent and corrupt, having a high crime rate. Against locals and tourists alike, even the most experienced tourists are generally cautioned to avoid the area at all costs. Now it's time for the day's best Be My Pick for today. Maybe one of the most famous renounced possibly seen today, as well as maybe a little cliched. But let's be honest here. Number 2. The Bermuda Triangle is pretty dangerous. Number 2, Bermuda Triangle. Situated in the heart of the North Atlantic, the Bermuda Triangle has captured our collective imagination for generations. The area is a vaguely defined expanse of the Atlantic Ocean that is situated between Puerto Rico, Florida, and Vernita, also known as Hurricane Alley or the Devil's Triangle. Even the most seasoned travelers are typically advised to stay away from the area at all costs because it is hostile to both locals and tourists. It's time to give it my all for the day. Choose for today could be among the most renowned renunciation, perhaps viewed today as well as being a touch corny. Let's be real, for the second time, the Bermuda Triangle is a rather hazardous number 2. The Bermuda Triangle, located in the northernmost region of the Bermuda Triangle, has its own Atlantic sparked our shared vision for generations at play. The region is a rather established area of the Atlantic Ocean regarding a circumstance involving Puerto Rico, Vernita, and Florida, are also known as Hurricane Alley or the Triangle of Death. It has been the scene of multiple unexplained disappearances. The region has been linked to vanished ships and strange incidents, the outcome of unpredictable weather patterns as well as the paranormal. I kept the finest for last. Lastly, but first, I have a brief task that requires 45 seconds 53 if you can subscribe and leave a like. In the next 5 seconds you will receive 10 years of incredible good fortune. Just give it a go, it's the best thing ever. It's available in Mata Grande, Brazil as well as Ilha da Queimada Grande, Brazil. Snake Island is a name for an uninhabited island, deserted for a good cause. Anybody knows why. As one approaches the island one will encounter a Portuguese statement seen at the disembark, proibido, which I'm rather certain of again guessed that it was butchered, which it translates to, landing forbidden. The reason this island is not accessible to humans is that it is the abode of thousands of specially designed and extremely poisonous snakes, including the world's only golden lancehead population. These extremely rare snakes are called vipers, and are among the most poisonous animals on the earth. But happily, the only place they call home is one where people are expressly barred. Have you ever been to any among the locations listed today? What is mentioned in the down remarks section below, but having said that, all of that is. I'll see you later. That's all I have for you today. You all again soon. Later on, everyone.